The next part of algebra is factorization. Factorization comes from the word factor. Alright? Meaning, if you want to find the factors of 6, is 3 times 2. I would like to write as a multiple. Meaning, in factorization, you need to write as multiples as well. It's actually the reverse process of what you have just learned in expansion and simplifying the terms. Meaning, you would actually need to write it in terms of the factors in terms of bracket terms. So what you want to see is bracket term. There are 4 steps to approach. Step number 1, always take out the common factor when there are any. Alright? Step number 2 is the difference of square, but I call it the formula. Whenever you see a square minus b square, you can always write as a minus b, a plus b. Notice on the left side of the equal sign, there are only 2 terms. Each of the terms can be written as a bracket square. Alright? Third method, if the first 2 method has been done or cannot be used, you will need to use your guess and check method or the box method. Alright? Which you all learn the multiplication frame. I will show you the multiplication frame later. Last but not least, all the method doesn't work. Alright? There is one method called grouping method. And this only applies when there are 4 terms. So watch out for the 4 method which I've highlighted for example 2 below. Right, let's take a look at part A. Always start with common factor. Check whether there are any terms that are common. There's a 3 and a 9. So obviously, 3 is a common multiple. I can see an n there as well for the first term as well as the second term. So I'm going to write down n. I can see there's an m to the power of 4, m squared. Obviously, I take out the one with a smaller power. Then I'm going to leave the rest behind. For the first term, 3 has been taken out. N has been taken out. M squared is taken out, but they're still left with 2 more. So it's left with m squared. Whereas for the second term, 3 is taken out from 9. So 3 still left with 3. There's a p left behind. And there is an n left behind as well. And this will be your final answer. Alright, take a look at B. One look across. Are there any numbers that are common? Please don't tell me 1. Alright, are there any letter that are common throughout? No. This is when we apply the 4th method, the grouping method, because there are exactly 4 terms. Let me write in terms of a bracket in the first one and a bracket in the second one. Alright? What do you see in the first bracket? Number 3 is common. So I'm going to left behind x minus 2y plus. What do you see in the second bracket that is common? D. After I take out d, what is left? X minus 2y. Amazing! What do you see in the bracket? X minus 2y, x minus 2y. The bracket term must be the same. This means that these whole 2 terms, you can take out x minus 2y because it's a common bracket term. Once you take out the common bracket term, what is left for the first one? 3. What is left for the second one? Plus d. Put it into the second bracket and you are done. You must be able to show me this method for this step for your method 1 before you can get your answer mark for the second one. Let's take a look at C. One look across, no common term. Alright, there are 4 terms. I'm going to use the grouping method as well. As a guide, the first 2, the second 2. Alright, so the first 2, any common term? Nothing. The second 2, any common term? Doesn't look good as well. Alright, so we may need to do some rearrangement. So this is not a good one. So let's do some rearrangement. So I'm going to write the new way out. So maybe this will be better. 3xy minus ay minus 2ab plus 6xb. Alright, hey, it seems that the first two terms have a common term y. So I'm going to write down y, and what is left? 3x minus a. How about the second one? Alright, there is a 2, there is a b. I'm going to take out 2b. Always write plus 2b. Why do I say that? You will see in a short while. When I take out 2b, you are left with negative a. When I take out 2b, what are you left with? You have a 3x. Okay, what do you notice in the bracket? Alright, there is a 3x minus a. This is the minus a plus 3x. Take note, it can also still be written as 3x minus a. So, I'm going to take out the bracket terms since they are the same. Into the first bracket. After you take out the bracket term, what is left? You have your y plus 2b. And then we are done. Any common term for part D? Yes, there is a number 2. Let me write out the number 2. What is left inside? I have a 4y squared minus 1. Not enough. Okay, there are two terms. Take a look at step number 2. There are two terms, and each of the term can be written as a square by itself. How do I do that? 4y squared can be written as 2y bracket square minus 1 square. Applying the identity in part 2, 2y minus 1, 2y plus 1. Alright? Look at it yourself. Pause the video and try yourself before you come back and check. Alright? Any common term. I see a common number, that is 25. I'm going to write down 25. Is this good enough? No. Check inside the bracket. Number 4 can be written as a 2 squared. So if you apply the identity, this can be written as 2 minus m, 2 plus m. There you go. Part F, take note, we cannot use the common term method because there's no common term. It's not 2 term, it's not 4 term, so we definitely have to use method number 3, the multiplication frame, or known as the box method to some of y'all. So I'm going to use the multiplication frame. Take note, write the first term in the top left hand corner, the last term, the number, in the bottom right hand corner. Alright, now I'm going to do fill in the blank. What multiplied by what will give us x squared? X multiplied by x. Alright, what multiplied by what will give us a positive 12? Yes, you can tell me is 6 times 2, but the difference of 6 and 2 will not give us a 7, which is what we are looking at in the middle term. Alright, so what will be another possible combination? Yes, if you're telling me it's a 4 as well as a 3, you're correct. 4 and 3 do sum up to 7. However, I need a negative 7. If I just put in 4x and 3x inside here, this is not sufficient enough because they will sum up to get a positive 7x, but I want negative. So I need to change this to a minus 4, minus 3. So this will be in the first bracket, this will be in the second bracket, and the diagonals will allow us to get a negative 7x. So write what you see on top of the box, x minus 4. Write what you see at the side of the box, x minus 3, and this will be your final answer. Same thing, I'm going to use the box method. In short, I can call it the window frame method as well. Fill in the blank, m squared, negative 6. So I need to fill in numbers and letters. N multiplied by m will give us an m squared. Alright, what will give us a negative 6? 3 and 2 may be able to give us a negative 6. Let me try. But if I want a minus 6, I'll have a negative 3 plus 2. But the sum of it will not give us a negative 5. Neither will the other way round give us what we require. So this is not a good choice. All right, it's always okay to try it out. So what is the other combination? It seems like 6 and 1 will be a better combination. I want a negative number, negative 5m. So I want the negative sign to go to the bigger number, positive to go to the smaller one. So when the diagonals sum up to what we want in the middle, you are ready to write out the answer. Write out the bracket on top, the bracket by the side, and there you have it, the box method. Last but not least, oh, this looks very complicated in part H, but don't worry, we are here to try together. Take a look. It cannot have any common term. There are no 2 terms, there are no 4 terms. Obviously, we have to make use of the box method. Draw the window frame. 3x squared. What 2 terms multiplied together will give you 3x squared? Your answer should be 3x multiplied by x. The last one, positive 4y squared. Alright? What multiplied by what will give us a positive 4y squared? It seems that it could be a positive 2y, positive 2y. Alright? Then let us do a check. What is inside the right box? 2y multiplied by x will be a positive 2xy. Bottom left box, positive 6xy. Let me check the diagonals now. Hey, the diagonals sum up to positive 8xy, which is what we want in the middle. Very good. Write the bracket on top. Write the bracket by the side. Alright, you have a x plus 2y. And we are done for factorization.